Hello everybody, Xanaphar here, and today I am doing a review of Zone Fighter. Zone Fighters is Toho's attempt on Ultraman. It's directed by Jun Fukuda, and it's about the Zone family. The Zone family is from a planet called Peaceland, and the planet got destroyed by these evil aliens called Garuga. Now they need to defend their new home is from the Garuga. So how is the Zone family? Well, let's first talk about Zone Fighter. Zone Fighter is the oldest son and his name is Hikaru. He is a alright character, kind of a typical hero. He does anything for his family and the Earth. His most interesting episode is when this woman saves him and he sorta has a romance with her. It was kinda sweet to watch, so I did enjoy that. Now, how is Zone Angel? Her name is Hitaru, and she is kind of just a typical teenager. Her most interesting episode is when she re-encounters their old friend from the planet that happens survived. But he was working with the Garuga, and she clearly has feelings for him and he used this in his advantages. And you do really feel bad for her when she finds out. Now, how is Zone Jr.? His name is Akira, and he's a alright kid character. He's not too annoying, it's nice to see, and he's a very sweet kid willing to do anything for his friends. Now the parents, they are honestly just okay. The mom don't really do anything in this series. The dad, I recognize the actor. The actor is Soji Natayama. I recognize him playing Captain Kiriyama from Ultra 7. So I think that's really cool. He plays the dad in this show. But they don't really use him too well. That kinda sucks because I really like the actor. The most interesting thing about him is the fact he's a toy maker. Now there is a grandpa character, his name is Reika, and he is also known as Zone Great. Now one thing I liked about Zone Great is the fact he actually helps out. He uses a tat to actually shorten his lifespan. Actually, that kinda reminds me of Ultraman Leo, because aliens from a planet got destroyed by evil aliens. A more experienced alien that can use this attack to shorten his lifespan. Yeah, that's exactly like Ultraman Leo with Dan and Ultraman Leo. So did Zero Wire case things from Zone Fighter? That might just be a coincidence, but they did. That's kind of funny. Now there is one character that actually helps out the Zone family. His name is Tataru, and he found out about the Garuga by looking at the stars, and now wants to defend Earth. He is basically Taki from Kamen Rider. Taki was not an FBI agent and did not know Kamen Rider and Hongo were the same person. Yes, Tataru does not know Hikaru is Zone Fighter. How? This makes no sense, but yeah, he don't know. Now, the Garuga, they are a very fun fitting group of aliens I do really like. They have really good ideas, but they don't execute them well. Like in one episode where they make this crate that can make you smarter, stronger, and the Garuga can take control to you. But they decide to give it to kids. Why kids? You should have gave it to athletes, like people who do sports or fighters. You had such a good idea, but you failed to execute it. So the characters, I would say they are alright. They don't really stand out to me too much. I don't really have a favorite. Not saying the characters are bad, they're okay. Just could have been done better. So the effects, the Zone family's superhero forms look really cool. I like them all. These ships are awesome looking, and Zone Fighter himself in his giant form, he looks awesome. I love how he looks. Yes, he is Ultraman inspired. Press his attacks are just really neat and awesome looking. Now, one big similarity he has with Ultraman is the fact he does have a time limit. But one thing that makes him different, in battle he can get his energy back. And that is quite interesting. Now let's talk about the Garugas. Their designs are really cool looking to me. I like how they look. One thing I really liked is the fact that there's different versions of them. Like the silver faces are the henchmen, the red faces are the captains, the white faces are the scientists, and the gold face is the leader. That is really interesting. Now, one effect I really liked about the Garuga is the fact when they're in their human form, they have red fingers. That makes them really creepy to me. Now, the Terror Beasts, I think they all look really cool, very neat designs, and I would love to see any of them come back. But I don't really have a favorite. Now, we do get some good kaiju gore in this series, very inspired by Ultraman Ace. Now, the most interesting effect in this show, and the main reason why I was interested in this show, was because of Godzilla. This is the same Godzilla from the Showa Godzilla movies, all the way to Godzilla Waits Again to Terror Mechagodzilla, and that is just awesome. Now, this Godzilla suit is the same Godzilla suit from Godzilla with Megalon. And Godzilla in this show is just so awesome. This is full good guy Godzilla. Now, I do wish they explain how Godzilla and the Zone family became friends, because they're just already friends, and I kinda wish they explained it. Now, Godzilla is not the only monster that appeals from the Godzilla movies. We do get King Ghidorah. And it's awesome to see King Ghidorah in this show, and especially see him fight Zone Fighter. But man, King Ghidorah has seen better days. His suit is really beaten up, and the effect is not done as well either. He had been done better in Ghidorah Triad Monster and Monster Zero. In Zone Fighter, he's just very stiff and don't move too much. But it's still awesome to see him in this show. And another Godzilla monster we see is Gigan. And it's nice to see Godzilla and Gigan get a one-on-one fight with each other, cause usually both respected monsters get an ally to help them out. And seeing Gigan fight Zone Fighter is really cool. But this is Gigan's canon death. Zone Fighter kills Gigan. And that is quite interesting to see. So I would say the effects in this show are pretty good. They're pretty on par with the effects were done in this era, like Godzilla with Megalon or Ultraman Ace. Now, one thing that does kinda suck with Zone Fighter, it doesn't really have a proper ending, because it got cancelled by low ratings. And that sucks. Not the show's fault, but it sucks though. What is my final thoughts on Toad's attempt on Ultraman Zone Fighter? Now, I always have the interest in Zone Fighter because of Godzilla. This is a missing chapter of the Showa Godzilla movies, so I always was interested. But it's like my two favorite things went together, Godzilla and Ultraman. And I have to say, I had a really good time watching this show. This show is very fun to watch. Sure, some things could have been done better with the characters, but still, the show is not bad. I would highly recommend it if you're a Godzilla fan, and if you're an Ultraman fan, you want to see another company's attempt on Ultraman. Well, that's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me down below what you think of Zone Fighter. If you're new, subscribe. If you like this video, drop a like for this video. Xanathar is out.